So, yeah, this happened. What do you reckon? Amputee Adele with a new leg. Oh yeah. Just when you think you've seen everything. So, yeah, Amputee Adele joining you for an episode of Amputee Adele. And in this episode, you can see there's something a little bit different about me today. I don't know if you can guess what it is. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, I've got a new leg. You would have thought, huh? So, in today's episode, I show you my new leg. My new leg actually has a name. Tony. No, not just that. Tony. It's named after Tony Hawk as well, because obviously Tony Hawk broke his femur and he has to have a second surgery. And it's just literally like last week he started skating again. And this is the first week I've got my leg. So I've had it a couple of days and I've been using it sparingly because of my pain condition. I'm only allowed to wear it for half an hour at a time, for a maximum of about an hour a day. But also we have to go by how the stump looks. I get a lot of stump sensitivity, a lot of pain, neuropathic pain. I used to have CRPS, complex regional pain syndrome, prior to my amputation, so no one ever thought I'd get to this point, and certainly like 11 years ago when I first thought about amputation, didn't think I'd be sitting here. So this is my new prosthetic. So it's my first leg, this is my first new leg, I've never had one before. As you can see, shiny pair of bands to go with them, so they actually look quite smart. Because I'm a through knee amputee, look at the bruises on that leg, that's bad. Because I'm a through knee amputee, I've still got the full length of my femur, the thigh bone, but I have no knee. Sorry, I do have a kneecap, but I have no bending knee. So my knee does not bend. I cannot bend my knee because I don't have one. So a through knee is the same as above knee. You have to have a prosthetic knee built into it, and that's built down a bit lower. So that's why my legs actually look wonky. Because if I'm standing up, you can actually see the difference between the knee bend there on that side. So that's where my socket ends, my leg ends, and then on the other side, you can see, this because I'm still early in my balance days, that obviously my knee bends higher up. It's kind of crazy, really, isn't it? So when I go to kneel down, the knees are at different heights. This is a super basic leg, the most basic leg they do. This is my first leg, so we just literally didn't know how I'm going to get on with it for the pain. Because of my pain condition, you have to be very careful. Because I'm finding, because it's like not the same as when I skate and I fall on it. Yeah, that hurts, but it's only like one impact. Whereas when you're wearing the leg, the stump is continually receiving that, and the scar is like round the bottom. A lot of that very like, whoops, this is a lot of like that bit of my like knee is extremely sensitive, and I get a lot of pain. And last night I got to the point where, so I've taken it off because I've worn it for half an hour. Really proud of myself. So I took it off for dinner, and then it was actually quite swollen, red and hot, which was like sort of symptoms I always had with my like CRPS. So it was like, okay, give it a rest. Today we seem to be alright. So I've got a timer on, so it's just wait for half an hour. So probably for this video, maximum just to show you guys basically me and my new leg. At the moment you can see I'm walking with a leg. I can do walk a little bit without. I'm walking with a leg, walk with a stick. So yeah. No longer in these videos when I have the leg on, can I say 2 crutches, 1 leg, maximum effort, because I've got 2 crutches, 2 legs, and maximum effort. But no, this leg, the knee, it is completely mechanical. There's nothing clever going on there. There's no microprocessors or any of that crazy Autobot goodness here. So, because this is my first knee, if I go to bend it, as you can see, once it's bent, it's unable to sustain the weight. So how you'd be if you were squatting down, say I'm going down to do an ollie, and I squat down, I go to squat down to do the ollie, like if I'm bending down with that leg, obviously I can control that, and I can bend like as much as I want. I can go down to there, or whatever, a little bit, but with this leg, it's either straight, like so, or bent. And you can't put the weight on the bend. As you can see, it just falls away from under you, so that's not possible. That's something I can do. What's interesting is you can. I found out that I can. Try to just get really comfortable with just doing just little things in the house that are like probably really normal for other people. When I'm standing upright, it's like looking over everything. It's insane, and it's like I'm looking down, and a giant looking down at the world is pretty mad. So it's still so new to me. But yeah, it's crazy. Another little feature, my leg is locked. You can't see because of my trousers. There's a little lever here, and once I press that lever, you get a locked leg. So now my leg cannot bend. So no matter what I do, I can stand there. I can do. It's not going to bend, and it's not going to collapse under me. So that's that. The prosthetic comes up quite high. So yeah, the top goes like around there. You can see the lever there as well. The top goes around there, around the back, and then off right into my bottom cheek. So that is quite uncomfortable as well. That bit there at the front, I'm finding like that groin area quite a bruised feeling as well. So again, you know, it's just going to take time to get used to wearing it and stuff, and have to be really careful, because if I overdo it and you know, with my condition, then it'll be like taking a million steps back, which is something we definitely don't want to do. So yeah, I'm feeling, you know, just really hyped just to be standing on my leg. And I want to demonstrate some things to you, some of the couple of tricks I've been learning. Just sit down for a minute. Oh. This is me, Amputee Adele, a 36-year-old with one leg, relearning to walk with a through knee amputation, a knee disarticulation, meet my prosthetic leg, Tony. And yeah, this is a new part of my journey, guys. So whether I'm going to be able to skate or not is entirely, well, not on this leg. I think my physios, one of them was very keen. So in the future, if I get on managed fine with this, there is a potential to upgrade. Same thing with the foot as well. This is like a really basic foot. It's just literally like solid. So when I press down on the end of it, it's got like a bit of flex in like the toe. But like, to be honest, there's not like much at all. So that bit's quite rigid. So it's quite a good rigid foot, but like it doesn't have any movement in the ankle really. And yeah, it is literally the most basic thing. So, but this is like my first leg. So we're still getting used to this whole thing. Hang on a minute, like this. So yeah, you know, it's a pretty crazy feeling after all this time. I quite like the look. It's like totally metal, and like you can get like bits that cover over it to make it look like skin. I couldn't care less. I like how badass this looks. I think it looks really like Terminator, metallic awesomeness. I know the day I got it at the physio, I went down to my mum's house, put the leg on, was holding on to Winnie for like literally 5 seconds, and a cat came behind us. I didn't see it, and she pulled me straight over backwards on the floor, cut my knee. I think it was that particular cut, and my other half was like trying to run after it, and my other half's got like quite bad cerebral palsy, and he's literally, I was like, just get the dog, don't worry about me. And I picked myself above the floor, and to do that's quite an interesting method, but like I've got a really good practice with that. And I picked myself up, and the rails I was like bleeding everywhere, and a really nice lady who happened to just be sitting in her car, I think she was like a district nurse, came out and gave me a plaster with some gauze and some antiseptic wipes. So that was super kind. So the first day I got to learn how to pick myself back up again from falling, sitting down in a wheelchair for like almost 10 years. So to see myself in any other way is just really weird. Even though I know I see myself on a skateboard, like with crutches, to see myself standing there with 2 legs is just an entirely different thing. I just found it really hard to like change the concept of change, but also like I accept also that like I can't live my life fully, you know, prosthetic, never will be able to at the best, and that's okay, because I'm just really glad of like saving a couple of hours every day. That's enough time for me to do maybe a little bit of washing up, or just to do some normal things, maybe, you know, some photography or whatever. It's just a completely different way of doing things, and it also gives me like a little bit of relief from my bladder and bowel pain. So I'm sitting down, I do find it worse when I'm standing. It is better. So yeah, I'm going to try and find some things to do that I can do with my leg, to show you some of my new tricks, some of the new things I've been doing. And thank you for joining me, Amputee Adele, on my hashtag New Leg Day. Hashtag Happy New Leg Day. Goodness me, never knew or thought this day would come, and here we are, Tony on my leg, and yeah, taking a few steps by myself, getting more confident, and just doing little bits of everyday stuff. Go to the toilet with my catheter and peeing like a man is like the best thing ever. So I can just literally go to the toilet like that, stand like a square like that. So I'm going to jump out of here. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is the day I kind of wanted to show you guys. I've been practicing and trying to do this since August last year, July, August. I can probably put a video up for you guys of some of my early steps with the training leg and stuff, and then that was with a fixed leg, and then without fixed leg before I got my own leg. But then I wasn't allowed to take it home because it was still like the training, my sort of test one to make sure it was all right, and then they cast the proper one during the week and did the adjustments, and now here we are. So, oh my goodness, man, it's just like, what a trip, what a trip. That's all I can say, man. Amputee Adele, speechless. Don't happen often, is it? So, enjoy the silence. So, if you enjoyed this content, smash the like button, leave it in the comments below, tell me what you think about my new leg. I'd love to hear your thoughts, opinions, whether you know anyone who's going through the process, who has rehabilitated with a prosthetic, arm, leg, anything. I'm really interested. The world of prosthetics is a fascinating one for sure, and you know, I can't wait to update you guys as time goes by and we get new bits and bobs and I learn new things. Man, it's just another part of our journey. Like, it's just like skateboarding. I treat it like anything that you learn. It's just like you keep adding skill on skill on skill on skill on skill, and eventually you get to where you want to be. And just don't put a lid on that. Just keep going infinitely, and who knows where you might end up that time. Is really like inspirational. Anyway, my name's Amputee Adele. If you haven't subscribed, maybe you'd like to hit that subscribe button. If you like similar kind of content, the sort of stuff I normally do is relating to adaptive skateboarding, kendama, inline skating, just generally just whatever comes up really. I'm a 36-year-old amputee, relearning to walk, relearning to skateboard, and I'm bringing you guys along for the journey. Please keep tuned in, because I've got loads of ideas, loads more videos, and you know, I want you guys to see the results of that. I'd really like to get to 250 subscribers. 500 would be amazing. From me, Amputee Adele, to you, my audience, I say, Delfavao, arigato, and thank you very much for watching. You've been watching me, and you've got to worry less, skate more. I've got this. If I've got this, you've got this. Peace, one love, and 2 crutches, 1 leg, maximum effort. Peace, fam.